What's up, everybody? What's up? And welcome to another episode of the Sexy and Wealthy Mom Podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Fast, and I am so freaking excited for this episode. Y'all, first and foremost, full transparency, I have got to pee. I am in the park, and y'all, I just wanted to get this podcast episode completed because I'm just going to feel so much better after I do, because there is so much magic flowing through. And also, this is going to be a shorter episode today. I did an incredible riff inside of my stories this morning already, and then I created a reel. I've just been in creative mode this morning. And, one of my friends actually messaged me, one of my friends that we went to As She Rises last year together, and we are going again together this year. We actually have more people joining us this year, and it's going to be so much fun, you guys. I also do have an affiliate link for As She Rises. This is an incredible experience. I have been to a lot of conferences, a lot of personal development, coaching, business type events before, and this one has literally been the best one that I've been to. I love the intimacy, and I love just the space. It has been such an incredible just leaning into the next year already, and knowing that it's just going to be even better this year. So I invite you, if you're interested, to check that out. I will actually drop the link inside of the notes in this episode so that you can go check that out and possibly grab a ticket for yourself. I would really love to see you there. And anyways, she messaged me last night just with this really beautiful message saying that whenever her energy dips, that she knows to plug into my space. And that just meant so much to me. You guys, this feedback and just your love and support really does mean everything to me, because obviously I pour my heart and my soul into everything I do. All of me, literally giving all that I have and more into my work, into my content, into this podcast, because I have decided that it's just going to keep getting better from here. It's just going to keep getting better from here. And I want to lean into, today I actually want to lean into what being more financially empowered has done for me and what it could do for you. And, I think the biggest thing is we get afraid of losing money, of losing our investment, of not receiving the ROI that we desire to receive back, not receiving that energy that we want to receive back, the support, the clients, the money, the fulfillment, the money and the fulfillment. Yeah, can I get a fuck yeah? We're here for money and we're here for fulfillment, pleasure, joy, whatever you want to call it. I like to call it pleasure, but you can call it whatever you want. We want it all. We want both, right? And in order for you to receive both, I believe, and this is what I have been doing, is I'm leaning all the way into both. I'm leaning all the way into the money I desire, the money that is already on the way. I'm leaning all the way into milestones that aren't reality yet, because I know how I feel if I don't do this, if I do not show up consistently in that next step, in that next level of who I am, that identity. And, actually putting money into the market and learning trading, learning investing, it has completely shifted my relationship and mindset to money. And I am telling you, seriously, to run to the registration link of my next masterclass. Seriously, Magnetize Money is going to be my best masterclass yet, and it is free. You have nothing to lose by showing up, plugging in, and seeing what I have to say and give, because the value I'm going to be giving in this masterclass is freaking next level. It is next level shit. Next level energetic vibes, and how I can support you to build more wealth where you have more money, where you're holding more money, you're playing with more money. You could literally put $500 in the stock market and double your money in a week if you wanted to. If you plugged into the fast trading community and you listen to the guidance and support, and you ask questions and you pull up a chair and you decide that you're going to give it your best shot, it'd be pretty fucking hard for you to lose your money, to lose all of your money. You're going to have losses. In the market, you do experience losses. You will experience dips in the market. This is part of the process. However, if you listen to my guidance and support, it'd be impossible to lose all your money. You would see your ROI back plus so much more. And because I got into the market, it actually has supported me so much more in everything else I'm doing. My content creation, my coaching, selling, business, all of the things. Like, I'm so much more clear now in my vision, who I'm here to serve, who I'm attracting, and I'm not settling for less anymore. I'm not settling for less anymore. It's so freeing. It's so freeing. So when I give now, when I show up and give in my content, I'm really not expecting anything back. Whereas before, I was definitely in that expectation of like, I give all of this and you should be giving back and blah, blah, all of this shit, all of this energetic leaks, and this is why people quit. This is why you don't show up, because you're so attached to the results. You're attached to needing likes, to needing engagement, to needing followers, to needing clients, to needing sales. Whereas when you completely shift into the energy, into the person who just gets what you want, then it's inevitable. You just start attracting more of what you want. And the money piece, your relationship to money, actually matters more than you think. Because if you have a wonky relationship with money and you're afraid to invest it, you're afraid to lose it because, oh my gosh, what if you can't get it back? Oh my gosh, what if it's gone forever? Oh my gosh, what if people think that you're a fraud or an imposter? Like, all of these things, it's like, what do you think? Why are you here? Why are you doing what you're doing? If you're not absolutely obsessed with what you do, if you don't absolutely believe a hands down 150% in the value you have to give in your identity, in how you do things, in how you live your life, in how you present yourself energetically, most importantly, in my opinion, then of course you're going to self-sabotage yourself because you haven't yet embodied the energy piece. And that is the most important piece of the puzzle. Loving the shit out of yourself. Actually being brave enough to brag about yourself, and actually being proud to brag about yourself, to brag about your work, to shout it to the rooftops. Like, you're probably not talking about how awesome you are enough, about how awesome your work is, about why people should be listening to you, why people should be following you, why should they be plugging in, why should they be telling other people about you, why should they be, referring you to their clients, to their mentors, to their friends, to their community. What is it about you? And this is what I've had to really work on and to focus on, is that internal piece. is the internal who I am is I am somebody who shows the fuck up in everything I have to give and who gets results. Not just for me, but for my clients and for every single person that plugs all the way into my space. Every single person that's plugs into my space, I know that they're receiving immense value from being there, even if they don't say anything. You guys, I've had prominent members of the community, like so many people follow my content and don't engage on it. Like there's so many people I know because they tell me when I'm out and about, I follow you on social media. I love your content. I love your energy. I love what you do. And I don't know that they're there. I don't know that they're there for sure. You know, I see like my analytics. I see how many people watch my reels and things like that. But like, I don't always know who is watching or who is following. And you don't either. And you have to believe that there are hundreds of people, thousands of people out there that can resonate with your energy and with your message and who want to be plugged into your vision, who want to go where you're going. And when I started working on my relationship with money, this is where all of that shifted. Because instead of needing the validation to show up and feeling really shitty when it isn't there, like there's tons of times where I spend a lot of time on my content and I receive 2 likes. You know what I mean? Like, but if that were to stop me, then of course the universe is not going to give me more, and I know that. And there's times when I have way more engagement on my posts and way more likes and receive way more followers and things like this from content. And my last masterclass that I have was actually my most registered to this date, and I just know that this next masterclass is going to be even more. I just feel it, and I'm so freaking excited about it because I am finally in a space where I'm like, this is where we're going. And it's awesome to have you expanding alongside me, even if you're not ready to plug into the market yet, even if you're not ready to invest with me yet in what I'm doing, in my offers, you know, whatever. Like, that's why I do this podcast. That's why I create free content, because there's so many ways to plug in, and you don't have to invest right now to receive immense value from being in my space. And I want this for you too. I want you to show up like you know there are hundreds of people watching, that there are so many people out in the world that can really be impacted greatly by you. And to be that proud about yourself in your embodiment process and your expansion, like, it's taken me a long time to get to this space, you guys. And I still fear self-sabotage. Like, it's my biggest fear, is shrinking myself to please others, dimming my light, is to stop moving in the momentum, in my vision, to let my emotions, the contrast of my reality, circumstances outside of my control drive me, fear drive me, you know, to go back to old patterns of thinking and acting and being. And like, there's so many, like, it's a scary fucking thought, because there have been so many times on this journey where I have self-sabotaged myself. And I know that there may be a possibility where I do take a step back, or I feel just, you know, I have seasons of my growth journey where I don't show up as fully, or I maybe take some extra space for myself or things like this. I know that there may be that pops up. And my desire now is to just be more vulnerable in my process, because I think this is the scariest part, is like really being more vulnerable and opening yourself up to that. Every time I do that, there's just like a breakthrough that happens, or I finally hit that next level of growth. That resistance that's there, it's like we have to be pushing through that resistance, and it's not comfortable. It's not always easy. But, when you decide to actually fall in love with money and to fall in love with pleasure and to be all in on it, all in on things working for you, all in on what you desire, I promise you, you're going to move differently. Your energy is going to be different. Like, people are going to notice you. You're going to stand out. And that has to be the level that you hold yourself at, right? You got to set the bar, and then you got to hold the bar. And then you got to keep raising the bar for yourself, for your audience, for your clients. Grounding all the way in, knowing it's not always going to be easy, it's not always going to be fun, it's not always going to feel good. But when you know your next desire is already on the way, when you know what you want, when you know more money is coming, more money is flowing to you, how do you show up in that? Being empowered by money is everything. The more empowered you are around money, the better your life is. The better your life is, the more willing you are to receive support, because you can do this on your own. You can get to the next level on your own, but it's so much better to do it with others who want to be doing it with you, right alongside you. They want to be doing this with you. And that is a good feeling, because this isn't just about me rising. This is about you rising. This is about us rising together because of my experiences, because of the wisdom I have grown to integrate over the years. After investing so much time and energy and effort and money into my growth, into myself, I'm now pouring it back into my content, into my podcast, into my offers, into everything I do. Because I have never felt more excited about money, about my work, about the value I have to give than I do today. And I want you to feel that too. I want you to integrate it too. Because I want you to bring your energy to your community, to your clients' lives, to your audience. Like, how do you want them to feel? How do you want them to show up? Being that first. Grounding into the characteristics of the leadership that you want to follow, that you want to be plugged into, knowing that there's no pedestals. There's no pedestals. It's us rising together. It's you rising. You continuing to push into your edges of resistance. Me continuing to push into my edges of resistance. Because we know how we feel when we do. You know how you feel when you show up. When you just do the fucking things you said you're gonna do. When you offer the thing, when you create the landing page, when you create the offer, when you sell the offer, when you do whatever you need to do to get the right people in the offer, right? Like to attract the right people into the offer. Maybe you have to give a scholarship. Maybe you have to do more prizes and things. Like, be creative. Be creative. Be innovative. Don't be afraid to message people. Don't be afraid to message people. If you believe that somebody would value from what you have to offer, especially if it's a free masterclass or something like this, fucking message them. The worst they're going to do is say no. Like, who cares? Then move on to the next. You don't have to do this, but I have done this, and I have seen success in it. And also, now that I have consistent money flowing through in the market, what I'm going to teach you inside of my upcoming masterclass, Magnetize Money, that you should go sign up for because it's going to be fucking awesome. It's in the show notes. Make sure to go do that. What I'm teaching you to have more of a safe, stable, exciting, abundant relationship with money, a pleasurable relationship with money, and then business and sales and all of that is going to feel a lot more fun and expansive and you. And you're not going to feel so weird about messaging people because so-and-so multi-million dollar mentor with a super fucking large audience doesn't message anybody or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're all on a different path, and not everything that works for so-and-so is going to work for you. Not everything that works for me is going to work for you. Not everything is going to work. So you have to decide your way. You have to create your own way, your own rules. What feels good for you? Go do some things that light you up and then see what flows through. What's the next step? What inspires you? What do you want to say? If you were to message somebody right now, like, what's your best shot? What is the best thing that you believe? First of all, not just what you can say, but what you believe in your soul, in your heart, in all of that you have, why they should sign up for that thing. Why should they follow your podcast? Why should they do this? Why should they do that? What are they going to get? What are they going to receive? So this is what to lean into as you're selling, as you're creating offers, knowing that it is extra. Everything gets to be extra. And I think that abundance piece, leaning into that, is going to support you to hold your boundaries more and to not lower your standards. Because the last thing you want to do is to beg people to be in your offers or push them into your offers and them not actually do the work, not actually show up because they just felt guilty for not saying no. Or for, you know what I mean? For not saying no. They felt guilty. So now they're there, but like they don't have any intention of doing the work or showing up. Right? Like, and also that's on them. That is also on them. Like, you're not responsible for getting your clients results. You're responsible for giving all that you have to give, knowing that it's very valuable, and then they have to implement it. They have to get the results, right? So it's on your client to show up and to do the work, just as though it's on me to show up and to do the work. And I know that day in, day out, that is what I'm doing. That is what I'm committed to continuing to do, and to supporting you to keep rising in your power, in your light, in the value you have to give. Because this is the most rewarding, fulfilling path that you'll ever embark on, that you'll ever just continue to grow on. So I'm happy to be doing it with you. And I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, leave me a review on iTunes. I appreciate it so much. Message me on social media. Make sure to subscribe to my podcast. Y'all, I shifted my social media tagline just a little tiny bit. This was actually my mentor's idea. And I thought it was really good and clever because this is what I'm doing and what I'm focused on doing. Is Awaken You Trading instead of Awaken You Coaching. Of course, my coaching is a big part of what I do. However, Awaken You Trading is my new tagline. So go follow me there. on Facebook and Instagram. Stay tuned for my upcoming masterclass, Magnetize Money. Grab your spot in the show notes below. I cannot freaking wait. It is happening on Wednesday, February 19th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are going to be having so much freaking fun inside of this live event. You guys, I'm so excited for it. And other than that, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Let's have an incredible week. And I will talk with you inside of the next episode. Or I should say, I will expand with you inside of the next episode. All right, everybody. Talk soon. Bye-bye.